You've reached Fuchu Prison. How may we assist you?
Shit.
Hey, Akechi, how are you? Wait, I'm putting you on speaker for Morgana.
Hey, Akechi, missing me yet? What did you eat while I wasn't around? Did you manage to get to bed at a decent hour?
Hi, Anne, and hello, Morgana. I made do with leftovers, and I'll prepare something for lunch. So, how are things on your end?
Couldn't be better. Anna's taking me back home tomorrow. You're gonna miss me?
I know it was only supposed to be an evening, but we have a lot to talk about. You won't mind, right?
Not in the slightest. The peace and quiet. Without all the constant meowing and purring and shedding, not to mention the luxury of being able to sleep without disturbances. It's quite nice.
Oh, really? I'm not that much of a nuisance.
Of course not, little prince. Anyway, have a good time. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Thanks again, Akechi. Don't forget about the double date this weekend, okay?
Right, the double date. I'll remember, Anne. See you both.
Bye! Later!
Akira is still not maxed out. What more is there to understand about him? I thought our conversation at the bathhouse was honest and open. We laid our feelings bare, so what's stopping us? It's clear that he isn't looking for a romantic relationship, so I need to strive to be his worthy rival. Could it be about that ridiculous promise? Morgana and Anne have ranked up nicely. That's not surprising. I'm beginning to understand what Mona meant about being honest and vulnerable, even if I still wear numerous masks. If Joker can manage it, there's no reason I can't. I've been neglecting Yusuke lately. I should join him for another painting session soon. He also mentioned that Madarame wanted me over for dinner. Another delightful occasion I can look forward to, dining with one of Shido's former accomplices. I also need to clear up a few things with Ryuji. Maruki's still abroad, so that's on hold for now. Our next session will be about me, though. He said he wanted to explore my relationship with Shido next time. I find myself hoping his plane encounters a mountain on the way back. Planning the cognitive world expedition with Ishiki, the casino heist with Futaba, training with Makoto, and investigating this strange murder case with Nijima-san. Good heavens. How did Akira manage to max out all 21 confidants in just 8 months? I can do it. I refuse to fail. Ryuji, before we part ways, I have something for you.
Huh? What's up?
Happy birthday, Ryuji. Figured it might be a nice change from your usual attire, especially if you're looking to impress someone.
Whoa, this is slick, bro. You sure about this?
Of course. And no need to worry about the fit. I, took a few measurements from a certain school jacket to make sure it would be just right.
Wait, when did you... Never mind. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I feel like a secret agent and all. Like another me. Well off and smarter somehow.
Clothes can change how we feel about ourselves. When I'm well dressed, it gives me a sense of importance. Makes me feel worthier, I suppose. I'm glad you like it. Oh, and thanks again for this modern hairdryer you gave me for my birthday. It's definitely way better than the one I had.
Ah, well, I had some help and suggested it. Glad you like it, bro. But you sure you don't want to cut your hair? It's pretty long. Doesn't it get annoying in the summer?
It's not a bother. I prefer it long. Maybe it sounds strange, but my mother liked my hair long when I was a child and didn't take me to the hairdresser often. It feels strange to have it short.
It's not strange. It's kind of sweet, actually.
If you say so. So, how is it coming along?
It's nearly complete. I'm just adding the finishing touches. Your eye color is quite unique and seems to change depending on the light. It presents an interesting challenge.
Well, they're just dark brown with a hint of red. I used to lighten them with contacts, but it gave me headaches.
If I may say so, your eyes are captivating as they are. By the way, have you considered Madarame-sensei's dinner invitation?
Yes, I accepted his invitation. I'm interested in getting to know your mentor better. As I understand, he was released from prison earlier this year, having been cleared of all charges?
Indeed, it was a relief. The accusations were completely unfounded. He was charged with plagiarism and the abuse of his students. I believe they were spiteful lies born out of jealousy. Madarame-sensei has always been a guiding figure for me and others.
So he's always treated you well in every respect?
Yes, without fail. Why do you ask?
Yusuke, I don't have an easy way to say this, but remember what you said about seeking truth and not allowing your perception to be clouded? It's only fair that I suggest you question any inconsistencies you encounter.
Are you referring to your theory about the authenticity of this world? The notion that our lack of suffering could be the result of manipulation?
Exactly. Don't you find it strange that Madarame-sensei was accused of such specific crimes, jailed for half a year, and then released abruptly?
Could it be... What are you implying?
If you're committed to uncovering the truth underneath this world of painlessness, you need to brace yourself for some harsh realities. Just think about it, all right?
Hey, Ryuji. Where you at? I thought we could grab lunch.
Sorry, dude. I'm eating with the track team. I'll catch you later.
Okay. Anne, hey, are you free?
Oh, I'm with Shiho now. We should catch up later, okay?
Sure thing, later. Hey, honey, how's your day going? Thought we could chat a bit while I eat.
Hello, Akira. That sounds lovely, but it's not the best moment. Haru's giving me another cooking lesson. It's Akira.
Oh, really? What are you cooking?
Haru, what's the name of this dish again?
Ratatouille.
We're making ratatouille, a French dish.
Tu voudrais que je t'emmène en manger une en France un jour?
Yes, it's something like that. Sorry, Akira, but I really need to focus. I have 2 pans on the stove and I'm freaking out. We'll talk later, okay?
Of course, have fun. Kasumi, do you want to join me for lunch? My treat.
Oh, sure, Senpai. I'd love to join you.
Great, see you in a bit.
Keep stirring so the vegetables don't burn.
Right, you're a really good teacher, Haru-san.
Well, thank you, Akechi-kun. Speaking of teaching, you taught us something important during Pride Month. Your speech on the interview, it was quite inspiring.
Oh, you watched it?
My father and I both did. He even commented that you've gained a lot more charisma compared to last year.
Well, that's kind of him. I just shared what I thought was important.
My father also pointed out that your ideologies align closely with Yoshida-san's. Do you know him, the politician who's friends with Akira-kun?
Yoshida-san. Isn't he the Diet Councilman aiming to be the next Prime Minister? He went for the elections last year, correct?
Yes, that's him. Yoshida-san has always sought to reform society and challenge the status quo for the better.
That's interesting. One of my fans mentioned him in the forum recently. I was initially skeptical, considering my past experiences with politicians, but Yoshida-san, he might be someone I'd like to meet.
If you're serious about it, there's an opportunity next week. My father is organizing a charity event at our mansion, and Yoshida-san is invited.
Is that so?
Yes, and if you don't mind me saying, the charity is raising funds for orphans. It might be something close to your heart, Akechi-kun.
That does sound interesting.
And since it seems you've decided to embrace the spotlight again, Attending an event like this could be beneficial for your image too, don't you think?
You seem quite keen on having me there, Haru-san. Any particular reason?
Well, to be completely honest, Akechi-kun, I enjoy your company. You're well-mannered, respectful, cultivated, and have a certain charm about you. It's a rarity among people of our status to find someone like you. You blend in effortlessly with the higher-ups without displaying arrogance or hypocrisy. And of course, we're of the same age.
That's very kind of you to say, Haru-san. I appreciate it. I'll consider your offer. Thank you.
It would be a pleasure to have you.
So this is what it feels like to be stood up. Quite the familiar feeling, isn't it?
I'm sure Akira had a valid reason for not being here. Perhaps something urgent came up.
Oh, undoubtedly. I'm sure Yoshizawa's needs are of utmost importance.
Come on, don't put it like that, dude. It's not like Akira's blowing you off intentionally. Kasumi's been acting kinda weird recently, and he's always looking out for her like a big bro.
A big brother, indeed. It's just annoying when you make an effort for someone, and they don't show up. When was the last time you actually hung out as a group with him?
Possibly the last soiree. When we had LeBlanc to ourselves. He's likely been busy lately, but I've been preoccupied as well, so I hadn't really given it much thought. Shall we wait for him?
No need, his loss. All right, everyone, time to show off my incredible climbing skills. Prepare to be amazed.
So, climbing walls, huh? That's your secret for staying fit?
I actually prefer bouldering. It's a harness-free outdoor activity that hones precision, boosts flexibility, and strengthens the fingers. But considering you both are novices, I'd rather keep you safe and intact.
How thoughtful of you, and quite intriguing. Fortifying one's finger strength. An invaluable trait for an artist, I must say.
Or a boyfriend,
You too, Ryuji? What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, nothing. Just, never mind. I mean, I'd have joked about it all the same if you had a girl. Damn, this is so awkward. Sorry, forget about that.
I was just messing with you. Relax. I understand that it might have come as a surprise. It's almost as if people have hidden depths and complexities that you can't fathom. There is so much more to Akira than meets the eye. He's always been one to defy expectations. As for me, well, you never really asked about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, about how people can hide things and not show who they really are. It's messed up, you know?
It can be. But sometimes people hide things to protect themselves, to avoid judgment or pain. In fact, I admire your continuous straightforwardness, in a way.
You admire me?
Ryuji's self-reflection is a sign of growth and maturity. Embrace this opportunity to expand your understanding of the world and the people around you. I also agree with Akechi. Your honest behavior that never falters is extremely refreshing in this world. It demonstrates your inner strength.
Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and we all keep learning to improve ourselves. It's just more fun to do it with other people by our side than alone. Don't you agree?
Sure, man, I agree 200%. Sorry I've dragged down the mood. I'll try to think about all this more. But let's climb for now.
Indeed, a test of both physical prowess and mental resilience. I'm eager to give it a try.
If you're both ready, then let's not wait any longer.
But dude, one of these days you gotta show us the real deal. We'll go camping or something and scale some rocks. First to the top wins.
I might just take you up on that. Here's a deal. If you manage to outshine me on this wall and reach the summit before I do, I'll consider planning an outdoor bouldering trip next time.
Ha! Better watch your back, pretty boy. I'm stronger than you think.
When is your essay due?
Next Thursday. I've already made a rough outline, but I'm struggling to make a definitive conclusion.
Let's see. Restorative justice, huh? I should have guessed.
What do you mean?
Oh, just a hunch. So from what you've learned in class, what are your thoughts on this restorative justice approach?
Well, it seems like a forward-thinking and beneficial approach to dealing with crime, don't you think?
It is, but don't you think it's rather naive? It presumes people are capable of change, that they genuinely want to rectify their wrongs.
Isn't that a better standpoint than simply locking people away? We need to believe in the capacity for growth and change.
What about those who don't want to change? Or worse, manipulate the system pretending to change? There's a risk, isn't there?
True, no system is flawless, and that's a valid point. However, the program emphasizes the importance of a proper structure and monitoring. It's also a way to address the underlying issues that contribute to criminal behavior in the first place.
I can't shake the feeling that restorative justice might just give more opportunities to those who've already taken so much.
It's a complex issue, I agree, but it isn't exactly about giving offenders a free pass. It seems to really promote healing and prevent recidivism.
Well, it certainly sounds like an optimistic viewpoint, but whether it can be effectively implemented in reality, that's a different story.
You seem to have quite a strong opinion on this. Does it have to do with Shido-san?
It might influence my perspective on this system, now that you mention it. Apologies for being so blunt, but the thought of him wasting oxygen by merely existing is already hard enough to bear. I don't know how I'd react if I found out he was released due to this newly implemented restorative justice approach.
I understand. You don't have to answer if it's too much, but do you think you'd ever want to see your father again, given the chance?
See him again? And what good would that do? To remind me of everything he's taken away? I think I've seen enough of him.
Maybe so. But consider this. It would give you a chance to say what you never had the opportunity to say before. To stand before him not as a manipulated relative, but as Goro Akechi, a person with his own agency, his own voice.
It's not that simple. The words I'd want to say, they aren't for him. They're for a man who no longer exists. I don't want to waste my breath on a hollow shell.
That resonates with me more than you might think, Akechi. Sometimes I feel like my life has been so guided, so controlled by adults who claim to know what's best. My father and sister have been a powerful force in my life, but I feel like I need to meet their expectations constantly to make them proud and not be a burden.
You feel the same. Your family might exert control, but they didn't groom you for their personal twisted goals. At least I hope not.
No, of course not, but the sensation of being on a leash, I can resonate with that. It's frustrating to feel as though your life is not entirely yours.
Well, in your case, I'm certain you can regain control.
That's generous of you to say, but why do you believe it's any different for you?
Because I accepted it a long time ago. I came to terms with the idea that living up to certain people's expectations is the closest thing I'll get to feeling somehow worthy of existence. Often I view my life as a trial, and I just can't imagine it without a jury, if that makes any sense.
I think it should be different, Akechi. Since you're a detective, try to see it not as a trial, but an investigation into your own case. Maybe then you'll uncover who you truly are and serve as your own judge.
Here, back in your palace.
Ah, there's no place like home.
Is it truly home even when your fur is no longer invading every crevice? I spent a solid 20 minutes in a battle with the vacuum to clear it up.
Akechi, when did you start caring about housekeeping? Really?
Perhaps it's not the mess itself, but the fact it's someone else's DNA scattered across my floor. It always disgusted me to no end.
Stop it!
I forgot to check the mail. Back in a jiffy.
Take your time. That familiar smell. What's this? Akechi's diary. Maybe I shouldn't. But I'm really curious. Poetry? Let's take a peek.
In the realm of mind where shadows lurk, awash in thoughts I'm hesitant to try, shines a presence I cannot shirk, your liquid mercury eyes that fill the sky. They ripple in the moonlight, ever-flowing mirrors of the soul, the world's dark tides. Through velvet curtains, clothed in black, a dance begins, the guise of a clown, a jester, a joker who grins. In the mirror, a reflection, a twin. Am I the white or the black within?
There are dozens like this. It's so sweet. Wait, this one is...
Here at the precipice of my waning sanity, I pen these last words to you. You who I once considered a comrade. You who I deemed my equal. You who now embody the treachery that fuels this dystopian heaven. Yet through the pain, the betrayal, the loathing, there exists a curious tranquility, a reluctant acceptance of the inevitable. Soon my consciousness will merge with the oblivious, drawn into the soothing hum of collective ignorance. And perhaps then, my ceaseless torment will find its end. This is my farewell, my final soliloquy etched in ink, seeped in remorse. In the silence that will follow, may you find the reality you so desire. May you relish in your chosen mirage, in your cherished what if. Goodbye.
February the 2nd.
Would you believe it? Maruki had the gall to send me a fucking postcard.